Good morning. Good morning. Beautiful, sunshiny day. October. We get our second summers, sometimes in October. I think we're there right now. It's October the 7th. We're going to read today from the Daily Reflection from this book. And it talks about the addict and the alcoholic. Primarily, this book is for alcoholics, but we all suffer from the same spiritual malady, the separation from from life, really, from God, and or universal intelligence or consciousness or whatever we want to call it. There's this power in the universe, and somehow we've gotten separate, and we're trying to run the show. And often, when we're running the show, we get upset, we get mad, and it's funny. I rarely get mad anymore. Rarely. And I was with a fellow yesterday, and he was really angry, and he wanted me to come with him somewhere. And I said, no, no, I'm not going to get in the car with you when you're angry. He wasn't angry at me. I said, you want me to come and do something? You needed something looked after. I said, you have to just pray or breathe or be present. Whatever is happening in your life, this man yesterday is not against you. There's a gift there. So, and he did. He said, thank you, and kind of calmed down and realized that whatever was happening was not against him. It was just happening. So, today's reading is called Daily Monitoring. We're in step 10. October's the 10th month. We're in step 10. Continue to take personal inventory. And that's the reading, actually. That's all it says. Continue to take personal inventory. That's the reading. So if we're not self, examining ourselves, we're not keeping an eye on ourselves, it's so easy to slip back into fear and guilt and shame and grief, even, sadness. And we think these emotions have a place, and of course they do. We don't want to deny them. But often when we're in grief or sadness, it's because we've decided that something shouldn't have happened. And it's a big one, especially if we've lost someone. We had somebody at the big book study last night who had lost his son, and it's tough. Yes, I get it. But let's imagine there's a bigger plan that we don't know. We just don't know. But we're so stuck in trying to control life, and this is what happens. When we're just trying to control life, we're in resistance. We think we know better than life. It just doesn't work. So we're fighting whatever's happening, and we're, I want. It was like it's so adolescent in a way. I want. Why did that have to happen? Why did she leave me? Whatever. Why did I lose my business? Well, often we get to look at some of our part in these things, but it's life. Life deals us some tough cards, and we need to recognize that the gift in them. And this reading continues. It says the spiritual axiom referred to in step 10 has in brackets, every time we are disturbed, no matter what the cause, there is something wrong with us. End of quote. So in quotations, every time we're disturbed, no matter what the cause, there is something wrong with us. So we own it. If we're upset, it's us. Also tells me that there's no exceptions to this. No matter how unreasonable others may seem. I am responsible for not reacting negatively. Regardless of what is happening around me, I will always have the prerogative and the responsibility of choosing what happens within me. So we pause, we breathe, and we pray, and we be present, choosing what happens within me. And we respond not react. I am the creator of my own reality. I am the creator of my own reality. Let that sink in. Look around. Wow. When I take my daily inventory, I know that I must stop judging others. If I judge others, I am probably judging myself. Whoever is upsetting me most is my best teacher. Ah! Whoever is upsetting me most is my best teacher. I have much to learn from him or her in my heart. And in my heart, I think, and in my heart, I should thank that person. So, yeah, whenever something is out of place, it seems any person, place, or thing is not happening as I think I want it, I'm not accepting them as they are. And it's the root of it, the root of that, it talks about on page 62 in the big book. The root of that is right here. Page 62 in the big book. It says, this is beautiful. It talks about the addict and the alcoholic as selfish and self-centered. We think yeah, it's all about us, center of the universe. Selfishness and self-centeredness, that we think is the root of our troubles. Driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, self-pity, we step on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate. Sometimes they hurt us, seemingly without provocation, but we invariably find that sometime in the past we made decisions based on self, which later placed us in a position to be hurt. Boom. So our troubles, we think, are basically of our own making. They arise out of ourselves. And the alcoholic is an extreme example of self-will run riot, though he usually doesn't think so. Above everything, we alcoholics must be rid of this selfishness. We must, or it kills us. God makes that possible. It often seems no way of entirely getting rid of self without his aid. Many of us had moral and philosophical convictions galore. Yes, I'd read all the books, but we could not live up to them, even though we would have liked to. Neither could we reduce our self-centeredness much by wishing or trying in our own power. We had to have God's help. And, we call it God. We can call it love. We can call it presence. We can call it now. But we need to be here to receive that. And so being here now is the deal. Beautiful. So there we are, selfish and self-centered. If you ever want a great reading, page 60, 61, 62, and 63, up to and including the third step prayer in the big book. Read it in the first person. You'll love it. Okay. Love you guys. Great big book study last night. Just super. It was wow. We were on the chapter We Agnostics, chapter 4. Read it. Wow. Read it slowly. It's just so amazing. And folks got quite a bit. I got, it was like, wow. And the whole deal here isn't for me to build this relationship with a higher power so that he or she or it or that can serve me, but so that I can better serve love and life and God. How can I connect to God's will for me? Thy will be done, thy will be done. And just helping out once in a while, a kindly act once in a while isn't enough. We really have to live this. So the shift is from what's in it for me, me being at the center of the universe, to how can I serve life, love, humanity, God. Yeah. And as we clear away all this selfishness and self-centeredness, then the information of what's needed flows in. We become a better servant. Bob Dylan said, well, everybody's got to serve somebody, and very spiritual song, Bob Dylan. Okay, love you guys. A couple of quick things. Meditation on Monday night. This Monday, we have a potluck. If you're in town, drop me a line. I'd love you to come. There's room for more, for sure. and we'll just have a short meditation on Monday evening, probably just 10 or 15 minutes, around 7:30, and so no real group, no official meditation group on Monday, but we're going to be here and we'll sit and oh yes, what are you doing? Yeah, my puppies pretending they're guard dogs. Um, and then next Friday, of course, big book study. We're on step 3. It'll be amazing. And last night we talked quite a bit about the Mexico trip. So, there's probably only room for 6 or 7 to come in February. And we're going to do. One of the ladies said, "Can I come for 2 weeks?" And so either the first 2 weeks or the second 2 weeks, yes. If you can't make the whole month. That's it. Love you so much. Imagine what a gorgeous day. I think I'm going to go for a ride in the motorcycle. Yes. Cheers.